Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Versus System two-player card game unboxing for Marvel set The New Mutants. This is part of Volume 1, Issue number 3 of the first appearance. The first set being Deadpool, the second one being the Brotherhood. So we're going to get some more different X-Men characters to play as. So, the first two had maybe a little bit of X-Men, but there are a lot of X-Men adjacent characters. And now we're going to get straight up X-Men, but we're going to get the New Mutants. So this will be a full 55 card set. So let's hop in. Let's look at our first main character. So one of the main leaders of the New Mutants before he turned them into X-Force was Cable, Nathaniel Summers. So he has 2 attack, 4 defense, advanced cybernetics, build. Equipment on your side in your hand, deck, and KO pile have the X-Men team affiliation this turn. So that's going to let him use those. And then Man and Machine, level up 4. At the end of your turn, if Cable is equipped, he gains an XP. And then when he boosts up, he's going to keep his advanced cybernetics, but he's also going to gain time travel. So this is a little interesting ability. So pay 2. Blue, at the end of the turn, set aside all main characters and any equipment encounters on them. Each player shuffles all of their card on their side in their hand, KO pile, and removed from the game into their decks. Then each player draws 7 cards. This power is only used once per game. So basically, you pull your characters out, they're going to time travel back to the beginning of the game, except they keep whatever they had on them. You can level, if you can get a bunch of stuff on him, a bunch of equipment and counters and stuff, and you can reset the game. It gives you a very good advantage. Alright, so our next one. So, the leader of the New Mutants originally was Professor X, so we need to start training some new students. So he has Danger Room Training. Build, put a 1/1 counter on each New Mutant character that appeared this turn. A New Mutant character is an X-Men character that has a card number that begins with New. So the set down here is New Mutants, down at the bottom. So any X-Men that has it. So there's like one later set where I think they added 1 or 2 other characters to that set that had New Mutants in there. Or they referenced it. I forgot which direction it was. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting way to do that. Then field test. Level up 2. When 1 or more New Mutants supporting characters on your side stuns a defender, Professor X gains an XP. And then when he levels up, we have Danger Room Practice. Build, put 2+1 counters on each X-Men character that appeared this turn. And then Field Trial, when 1 or more X-Men supporting characters on your side stuns a defender, Professor X gains an XP. So this is kind of an interesting character because he's tied directly into New Mutants to begin with. So you have to have at least some New Mutants in him to at least be able to level up, even if you ignore his first ability. But you have to have a New Mutant supporting character, just not a defender, and you have to do it at least twice. From then on, they're X-Men. So then you can just use it with any other X-Men character. So you at least have to include a couple New Mutants to be able to level them up. And then he also has a level 3. So it says, so we can level up to level 3. Who has Graduation. He has 8/8 attack, which is crazy. Choose an X-Men supporting character on your side to graduate to a level 1 X-Men main character with the same name. You still lose a game when Professor X gets KO'd. So you can level up multiple guys. So you have to look at his stats here. This set, Professor X gets a whole new main character. This time he goes up to level 3. Note, this new Professor X can't level up into the old ones from the base set, and vice versa. The main character can only level up to the main character from the same set, or in the one that has the same artwork. And then he has Graduation. Power lets you turn supporting characters into versions of that main character. Once you become a main character, it can level up normally Professor X is a really good teacher. This allows you to have any number of main characters in play at once. However, your Professor X is still your main character. If he gets KO'd, you'll lose the game. Your other characters getting KO'd won't cause you to lose the game. So that's kind of a neat little ability there. Alright, then our third one is another special character. So we have X-23, who only has one level. So she has Hunter, becomes +3 attack while attacking. Hunted, becomes +3 while defending. And Accelerated Healing Factor, main, heal all wounds from her. So she can be either a 6-3 or a 3-6. Plus she heals. Does damage and heal, but yeah, kind of risky with low health and no leveling up. But still interesting. Some of these characters would be fun to see them remake now that like times have changed, because like now she's become like the new Wolverine. This is before that, so it'd be interesting to see if they would give her like a level 2 with having to deal with that. Alright, so we're going to jump into the supporting characters. There are 4 copies of every supporting character, unless I otherwise note. I'm just not going to throw 4 up at a time. So we have Cypher, Doug Ramsey, Translate, Build, discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Wolfsbane, Rain Sinclair. Ferocious, while in melee combat, Wolfsbane strikes before characters without Ferocious. It's kind of funny. She has 4 attack, 1 health. Doug had 1 health and 4 defense. Not health, I mean attack and defense. Then we have Cannonball, Sam Guthrie. Blasting. When Cannonball attacks a back row character, put a 1/1 counter on him for each face-up enemy front row character he flew over. We have Mirage, Danielle Moonstar. Create an illusion. When a Mirage appears, you may put a basic location from your hand into your resource row. Break illusion. When Mirage leaves play, put a basic location from your resource row into your hand. That's kind of fun. Get her out and she gets an extra ability, but you can also recycle it. But it has to be a basic one. Here's Karma. Zion McCoy. Passive. Karma can't attack or strike back. She has 0 attack. Possess Mind. When Karma appears, choose an enemy supporting character to gain passive until Karma gets stunned or leaves play. So that's how she stops people from working. And we're going to get X-23's supporting character version. Laura Kinney. So you notice we didn't get a Professor X or a Colossus. And that's because both of them have appeared in other sets. They already appeared as supporting characters, so they didn't reprint a new version in here. Regeneration. At the start of your turn, heal a wound from X-23. Hand and Foot Claws. When X-23 attacks, put 2 1/1 counters on her. Now you can argue whether this is better or worse than her other version. She has 1 less health, but she's going to always heal, versus the other one you had to spend to heal everything. And this one she's going to gain, if she attacks, she's going to gain only 2 instead of 3, but it's 2 attack and defense, and it's permanent, versus the other one, it was only when she attacks her defense. Yeah, so kind of interesting. Then we have Sunspot. Robert DaCosta, Bobby DaCosta, I guess, is usually called. Solar Absorption. At the start of your main phase, turn any basic energy location face down. If you do, put 3 +1/+1 counters on Sunspot. So I wonder if with Mirage, you could put one out, put out a location, use him, flip it over, and then you could put it back. Or if once it's face down, you don't know if it's a, even if you don't know it's a basic location. And then we have Magic. Ileana Rasputin. Summoning Soul Sword. Main. Wound Magic. Equip a Soul Sword equipment to her. Alright, so now we're going to show the Soul Sword. This is a token, so you can't have it in your deck to begin with. Unique, you can only have one soul sword on your side. If a second one appears on your side, the first one's KO'd. Now, you're only going to get one copy of this in the deck, but it's not a thing that you can only have. You can only have one out at a time. It's not listed as unique, but you could potentially have bought multiples of these sets, or they could reprint a different soul sword later, and you could have different versions. Because they don't go in your deck, they can have multiple. Eldritch Power. Equipped character has 4/4 attack, defense, and if it would wound a defending supporter character, remove it from the game instead. Yeah, so equips it right to her, so she becomes a 10/10 who can get rid of players just by taking a wound. Alright, then we have Warpath. James Proudstar. I wanted to say John, but James. Tough. When Warpath gets stunned, you may recover him. He still gets wounded. 9 attack. That's crazy. And then finally we have Warlock. Techno-Organic. When Warlock attacks or defense, you may convert any amount of his attack into defense or vice versa when in combat. And that's really fun. So you can become a 0-14 defender, or he could become a 13-1 attacker. He can't become a 14-0 because he has 0, it automatically stuns him. Or you can go any combination in between. Then we have some plot twists. So we have 4 copies of the New Mutants, which have the X-Men symbol. Build, you may pay 1 less to recruit your next New Mutant this turn. A New Mutant is an X-Men character that has a card number that begins with New. And then we have a generic one, which I always like more generic ones, and Stay Down. Wounding enemy face down supporting character. Alright. So if we look at some of the other things, we just have X23, just mentioning she only needs 1. Cable just stating it says, equipment, you can play any equipment even if you don't have a character that matches the equipment's printed team affiliation. You gotta remember to pay for it. Note that new is with Mirage. Create illusion. Note the new generation won't generate any recruit points on the turn it appears. This is because recruit points are always to start a recruit step. Okay, that makes sense. Most of these are just like reminders. Show absorption power is not optional. At the start of your phase, you must turn a basic location face down, even if you're the only player with one. Oh boy, so let's go back and look at his card. So it says, at the start of your turn, or main phase, turn any basic line face down. If you do so, put 3 1/1 counters on Sunspot. So you must do this. Which you're probably going to start with your opponents and then do yours. And then finally you have Magic. Introduces equipment tokens to the game, which they've also had in like Shield were cards that were equipment. This is actual token. Have a release player remove it from the game. So it's the same as that. And then there's the deck list, just in case. Alright. So yeah, again, these decks are really fun. New little twists and new X-Men characters. But, of course, like you can always do, you can buy this, jump in, and play it. Just pick one of your 3 leaders you want, your main characters. Or you can mix and match with other X-Men to create some interesting combos. Cable, probably, I think, one of the heavy sets that has equipment would be the Shield set has a bunch. So that might be worth picking up if you're trying to get a bunch of equipment. Otherwise, some of the later sets with X-Men also have them. X-Men, for some reason, have more equipment than anybody else. Alright, well, let's see you guys in the next video. Bye.